Okay, I'm at Lava Beds National Monument. I'm not sure if I'm at Tickner Ice Cave or Bertha's Cupboard Cave, but it's probably Bertha's Cupboard Cave. I'll show you why. First, I need to get down here. This part of the cave, yeah, a little bit tricky. What's funny, if you look to the right, it looks like there was some footprints over there. Long story short, that's too steep and slippery and dangerous for me, so I'm not going to go over there. But when I get over here, I'll show you why you would want to go over there. It's on my to-do list, just not today. All right. Problem is I'm going to be facing the sun. I don't know if the camera will do it justice. There. So you see, so to the right, at the bottom there's definitely more cave. In fact, I think there's a skylight. And then there's two different levels. I think those are the cupboards. So I think this is Bertha's Cupboard Cave. But whoever went over there, you see there's all sorts of footprints. Long story short, I'm not equipped to do that. I'm not going to do that today. So anyway, but here's the main part of the cave. There's a bunch of ice in here. There's also 3 bats. So I'm going to have to be very, very quiet when I get to the bats. Most of the cave is stand up. There's some part where I have to crawl. I got knee pads on, so I should be able to make decent time. Just need to watch my step so I end up where I want to be. There's some bushes down here, so the branches are trip hazards. I need to make sure I don't trip myself. I'm not saying that'd be funny, but it would hurt. Oops, darn it. I'm starting to get hungry. I've been out here a while. So many caves in one spot. I want to do them all in one trip. Save the gas. $4 a gallon in Oregon or $5 a gallon in California. Take your pick. Rawr. Let me see here. Yeah, I'll leave my flashlight off for a second until I get closer. Actually, let me pan down to the floor. There we are. Here's some ice stalagmites. You see they're all less than a foot tall. Some are really flat. Huh, that one's shaped kind of like a spade. That's kind of cool. And then, of course, there are a few small formations here. I mean, icicles. Ice stalactites. Okay, so let's see if I can get through here without damaging anything. Huh. As you can see, there's ice. Lots and lots of ice right here at the entrance. You see there's a crack in the ceiling, so moisture comes down, mixes with the ice cold air, freezes into ice. Pretty cool. See how these formations are pretty much on the right, they're in a straight line because of a crack. In the back, there's a bigger variety locations because there's more little cracks. Gotta be careful not to trip. If I trip and land on these things, I could like break 6 of them at once. They're just ice. They're not very strong at all. Look at this. There's a whole cluster of ice stalagmites here. These aren't as pretty, I think, but they're more interesting. Got bigger variety of shapes because they're not fighting gravity as much like the ice stalactites are. The ceiling's a little below 6 feet here, so it's just tall enough. I need to watch where I'm going or I'm gonna hit my head. Oops. I'm trying to light it up different ways, but my camera does not like pointing directly at the light at all. Just blow out. Kind of stupid. But the good news is I already showed. See that there's ice on the floor, but there's also nice dry spots of rock on the floor too. So it's not that difficult for me to get around. There's a cluster right here. Some of these are getting close to 2 feet tall, maybe 18 inches tall. I don't have a ruler. I'm not calibrated, so. Definitely need to watch where I'm going. There's ice all over the floor here. Wow. Very pretty. Final answer. See, there are a lot coming from the ceiling here. I already showed this in another video, but you see, the ones hanging from the ceiling, they're flat on one side. Kind of like Keef bacon, but instead of being, well, actually, yeah, it is actually a lot like Keef bacon. Just usually Keef bacon refers to, you know, in a mineral deposit cave, like a solution cave, like a, what's it called, limestone or a marble. But yeah, it's pretty much the same idea, but with water instead of rock. Oops. I don't think it's technically supposed to be called cave bacon, but it's a similar idea. Okay, so there are a lot of small ones here. And here's just one random one right in front. Couple small ones over there. Notice how they're different heights. I'm assuming that's because of water flowing. You know, more drips per minute or per hour, however. The more water that comes down, as long as there's time for it to freeze, it should be taller. All right, let's see if I can get through here. I went through here once staying to the right. Now I'm trying to stay to the left. But still, there's some parts of the cave where there's really only one easy way through. So it's going to be sort of a duplicate. See, notice how fat that one is. Probably 3 or 4 inches in diameter. This one is more like 2 inches in diameter. And that one in the back seems more clear. Whole cluster here. Fascinating. Oh, that's funny. This one's flatter on top. Wonder how that happened. Okay, well, oh, here we are. There's more ahead. Just keep. There's not that